Mm. Welcome. Welcome. What's up, Sabi? Wasabi Mugabe. Just want to touch on. Oh, just come on. Come on. What's this? It's my hat and everything. Anyways, if you're one of those people out there in the land of gaming, I just wanted to touch this point really quick. I don't want to elaborate on it because then I start mumbling and jumbling and all that shit gets all mixed up. I just want to make a couple points. You know, when I go to the restaurant and I get bad service, I don't come back. I don't tell you what's wrong with your food. I just don't come back to your. I don't come back to your establishment. I don't care. Find somewhere else to eat. I just go, disappear. That's what I do. So here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Call of Duty. You know that game. The game that everybody hates. I don't know. I liked the game up to this point. I really did. I liked it up until the new map packs dropped. And the reason being is I feel like, you know, the Call of Duty the Call of Duty structure, the hierarchy, the way it's split up, you have the people with all the money who make the decisions, and then you have the developers. And then somewhere in between, there's no communication. You know, they come up with this new idea. They're like, listen, maybe they think that the end of the game is coming to this point. You know, everything has a beginning and an end. And developers are probably like, yo, how can we get the most money possible? You know, and they ask the developers and say, well, you know, give us some brainstorming ideas. Well, how about we give you all the map packs up front, and you pay us money up front, and then that way we can maximize our profits, because for the simple fact is, you know, you have people, they buy mostly all the first map packs, and then it drops off at the end, and there's no more money to be made. Whereas, okay, let's get all the money up front, and then it's, you know, less than $10 across the board, everybody will buy it. Well, here's the problem that I ran into with their idea. That Elite is new to the Call of Duty series, whereas you were able to buy those map packs. You know, instead now you get Elite, and then you have to wait, and then you buy map packs. I feel sorry for the PS3. I'll touch on that point in a second. But now it splits up the community. Elite is completely separate from the rest of the community, which is the point of the game, which I feel like it was an unknown, it was never tested, and now there's where the problem is starting to, for me, as a gamer, you know, taking my time instead of just leaving your restaurant and don't really care and just going on to something else. I'm taking my time to explain to you where the, you know, you're eroding the community. You're tearing it apart. I think it's probably the beginning of the end. I'm assuming that's the point, because what you're doing is you're moving huge. You know, you're contradicting yourself. You're moving a huge part of your hardcore players over to Elite, and you know the people that are paying for it. I'm just throwing my money away because not every game on the playlist is there. You know, Ground War isn't there. I don't even get to game with the other hardcore gamers because the playlist I want to play on isn't there. And the people who are saying that stop bitching about it, listen, grow up. When you get your own money, you understand the value of that, then you'll understand, you know, how when you have money in your pocket, what it means to spend on services rendered. And the services that you're not getting, instead of mommy giving you your credit card and you just go buy it and then that's it. No, that's not bitching. It's called customer service, client relationships. That's how you do business. Now, I don't know if this is a new taking advantage. You know, obviously 13 to 20-year-olds spend the most money, and maybe because of the way the new social market is out there, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube and all that shit, you guys are completely inept to the idea that, hey, let's just go ahead and throw our money away and it's not okay. It's just, fuck it, don't complain about it. We just, whatever, that's just part of how it is. And, you guys are totally getting had. You don't get it. You're not getting your service. You're not getting what you're supposed to be getting. You don't understand that yet. So, going back to my complaint, or as a gamer, or me taking my time to give you a video vlog to explain to you whether you'd be a investor or an Activision or a developer or studio head or whatever you are, I'm explaining every aspect as to why I feel this is a bad idea, how this hurts the community. So you have Elite, you split the community up, then you have the hardcore players move over to Elite, then you don't have all the playlists there. It tears another group of people out of that community. Then you contradict yourself by saying that we need death streaks in there because the foundation of our game is casuals. But yet, 3 months into the game, you want to downgrade the Striker and the FMG 9s. You downgrade the FMG 9s and the Strikers. What makes you think a casual, after 3 months of the game being out, and everybody is set into their routine as a social human being, that they're going to want to change? You know what they're going to do? You don't go to Don Pueblo's or McDonald's and the Big Mac's been there for 3 months, and now it's gone. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to leave. That's what they're going to do. You don't do that. That's why you have a beta. That's why if you're going to make that decision on snipers, like they did in Black Ops, you make it from the beginning. Therefore, you don't lose that group of people and have a disgruntled community. It's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. And then this excuse of, oh, snipers, you don't nerf them. Oh, they always go negative. They never go positive because they don't play the sniper as classified as to what it is. They run around like it's an assault rifle and SMG. It's not. That's why you go negative and don't ever go positive. For God's sake, the thing's like a 50-foot ruler that has no drop off and it's like a laser. Anything that gets in the swipe pattern or the quick swipe scope of the pattern, it's like taking up a whole horizontal plane from here to here. I don't want to hear that excuse. It's worse than a shotgun up close. Now you completely ruined the shotguns for casuals. You totally ripped that part of the file. But yet you want to have death streaks in there for casual players so they won't get disinterested in the game. Completely ass backwards and everything you're doing over there. I don't agree with all this shit. Just for the simple fact that, all this is telling me is that you see the demise and the end of this game coming sooner than later. And if I was truly a person that worked at one of these companies, I'd start looking for a backup plan. It seems like to me that's what's going on. Other than that, that's the way I feel about it. Take it for what it's worth. That's me without leaving your restaurant and giving you some input. I'm out.